Hey everybody, welcome back. This is going to be kind of a rant. It's the main reasons why I quit my second job, the straws that broke the camel's back, which really pushed me out the door. Because it's a shame. I think it was a good job. There was that saying that a bad boss can make you hate or not like a good job, and then a good boss can make you hate a shitty or a crappy job. But that was kind of the situation. I think it really was a shame. It really was a good job, even though I was getting worn out. I really, I think it was a good job. I really enjoyed the work. It was just the micromanaging that really broke the straw that broke the camel's back. It kind of pushed me out the door. But bottom line was I was getting kind of worn out, and my wife got a new job, making more money, so I don't need the extra money anymore. And the morning drive I was getting worn out from it took so long to get there in the morning, and the traffic was just terrible because there was this elementary school just a couple miles away. There was a high school. Kids were go arriving right as I was about to arrive at work. So traffic always got so backed up over there. There's a couple of stoplights, and it was just 3 lanes, I think 3 or 4 lanes, but it was still just crazy with traffic. It took me like 35 to 40 minutes to get to work in the morning, but I got out at 10. I was able to get home 15, 20 minutes because it's before the lunch rush hour and everybody's at work. But yeah, and then once my hours got cut due to a budget cut, I was working 7 to 10, and then they said I couldn't come in until 7:45 because somebody else had quit, and due to a budget cut, they weren't going to replace them. So they were going to replace them, but because they had to replace them, they had to cut my hours back, which really wasn't fair to me, just because somebody else quit. But yeah, there were other people who had their hours cut too. They were working all their positions to still continue to get their 40 hours. A lot of these school districts right now are cutting back on their budgets, cutting staff and cutting funds. So, and then yeah, the working conditions were pretty bad too. So I'll get into all this. So originally I was working 7 to 10, and like I said, my hours got cut, and then I was working 7:45 to 10. So that extra hour, I was losing an extra hour. That was 5 hours a week less, so it wasn't really worth it. Making the drive, the wear and tear in my car, and they talked about possibly. I think they wanted more help. Well, 'cause I was cleaning these computer labs, 2 computer labs in the school. I was like deep cleaning them from 7 to 8, and then I went out and did my crossing guard duty. And then 7 to 8, that was plenty. Even to doing a deep clean, an hour to clean 2 computer labs was plenty of time. But my lead, my immediate not the principal, but my immediate supervisor, she said that wasn't enough, that she wanted them cleaner. She was asking if I could come in at 6, and I said, oh, that's kind of a stretch. I said I was already only getting 6 hours. I was, I don't get off home from work until 11, and then I don't get to sleep until about midnight. I was getting up at 6, only getting 6 hours of sleep. I said, if I come here at 6, that means I'm gonna have to get up at 5. I'm only gonna get 5 hours of sleep. I'm like, that's just crazy. No, I said the earliest, it's still kind of a stretch. I told her, I said the earliest I can get here is 6:30. She said, okay, well, I'll keep that in mind in case they create more hours for you. And during the summertime, there was no AC, and it gets up to 115, 100, June, July, August, it could get up to like 110, 115, maybe even 120. They didn't have any AC at all in the school, so that was pretty brutal. And they encouraged me to take break. I had water with me, and they encouraged me to, yeah, take a break. She kind of encouraged me. She's like, I don't want you to pass out, and that wouldn't be good. I was like, oh yeah, that wouldn't be good either. So she's like, why don't you take a break, like every hour, and make sure you drink plenty of water. And he's like, don't hesitate. Oh sure, I'll do that. I won't work myself too hard. It was really weird at first because she knew I had another job, full-time job. So she's like, I want to make it easy for you. I don't want you to get too worn out because I know you have another job. So she's like, take your breaks. Like, I don't have a problem with it. Just go take your break whenever you want, as long as you get your work done. Okay, cool. But then at certain times she acted like she was pissed that I was in the break room taking coffee breaks, water break, bathroom breaks, things like that, getting kind of lippy with me. There was one day, I think I was about ready to leave in like 5 minutes. She was so intimidated by her supervisors and by the principal, And she's like, Jeff, you might want to get moving. She's the, I think she was referring to the principal because the gym was right outside the break room. She's like, oh, the boss lady. I think she was referring to the principal. She's right over there. And I'm like, I'm about ready to leave. She's like, it would really look better if you're out and about doing some work instead of just sitting around in here. I'm like, well, I'm about ready to leave in 5 minutes. Like, by the time I could gather supplies to do or clean, products to do whatever I'm going to do, it's going to be time for me to clock out. She's like, well, I'm just saying. It's like she just wouldn't budge. She wouldn't listen. She wouldn't agree with my logic ever. It just went in one ear and out the other. And then I started doing the same to her, kind of giving her the same treatment. So that's how that pretty much went.